I did 5th grade literacy improvement in reading. Alright, so some of the 5th grade deficiency objectives are the lack of understanding the meaning of the text rather than just recognizing the words, the lack of understanding the author's purpose and describe how the words contribute to the meaning. So not understanding how the words relate back to the story and back to the text is a real big deficiency in 5th grade, as well as understanding the parts of a story, including plot, main events, conflict, rising action, falling action, and resolution. So kind of understanding that those all tie together and make a story and contribute into one whole. As well as lack of building strong figurative language skills. So not understanding the figurative language that's in the story. If you don't understand that, you don't understand the story and how it relates to the plot, action, rising, falling, climax, and all. Strategies to help improve literacy skills. There are 3 big ones. You can have guided reading comprehension, vocabulary practice, as well as at-home practice. So the first one is guided reading comprehension. You can have students work independently. This can be effective. Having working with a partner is just as important. Grouping students and allowing them to work together to ask both the why and the how questions as they're reading is really important, because they can kind of feed off each other and work with each other to figure out the story and figure out the plot and figure out the climax and also as well as figure out the figurative language that's in the story. That's really important. Students can do that individually, but having a group to do it is beneficial as well. Giving the students questions to answer, kind of giving them a guided materials is important as well, kind of get them kick-started. It also gives them things to look for while they're reading. This is a great way to incorporate strong strategies for comprehension in the classroom throughout all areas of content. Okay, so vocabulary improvement. Students are always in need of improvement with their vocabulary. While reading, have students underline important words, as well as have them highlight unknown words. That's really important. As they read, encourage them to stop and ask or look up the words that are unfamiliar to them. The action of self-discovery allows the student to retain the vocabulary longer. So the action of them seeing a word they don't know and then going and looking it up is really important, because they did the work and they figured it out. So they will retain it longer. They'll retain that word longer. An additional idea is to have students complete a vocabulary worksheet. I've actually included one. I'll show it at the end of the slideshow. It's a crossword puzzle to help improve their vocabulary. I'll show it at the end. It allows them the opportunity to improve both their vocabulary as well as their reading skills, so kind of tying vocabulary to the reading is important. That's the worksheet I'll show at the end. Home practice. This is really, really important, because having a safe and comfortable environment can lead to the students learning more than they would at school, as well as having a safe environment and having a parent kind of push them to learn more than they regularly would, as well as having the parent read with them. Reading with the 5th grade student allows for them to hear what their student's learning and what their student's reading. It also allows the students to read out loud. It allows for parents to participate in their child's reading. It also allows parents to ask questions. Stop and say, hey, why is this happening? How is this happening? Kind of get the student involved throughout the process. Making sure the student is understanding and making sure the plot, the storyline, and as well as the figurative language, kind of having them, hey, what does this mean? What does this mean? And as they're going along is really beneficial for the student. It's to make those connections and make those connections, really. I've added a kind of reading log for the students that I'll show it in a minute, that the parents can kind of fill out. It helps keep the students accountable to what they're reading at night and kind of like what they're reading, how much they're reading, and it really helps the teacher know like how much the student really is reading. so the teacher knows like where the student's at. I'll go back. I'll go. Here we go. This one. You can see it kind of says the number of pages read, and then kind of the weeks, which allows for the teacher to understand kind of what they're reading and how much they're reading. Let's show the other one. This one. Okay, it's not gonna come up as well, but you can kind of see. I had it done. You can kind of see the, actually, let's do this. Here we go. You can see like, it has like, like a sentence, and they have to like figure out the word and use kind of context clues and kind of use try to figure it out, like what vocabulary word goes where. It helps test their skills with like kind of making connections and things of that nature. They're really good tools to help your students with vocabulary.